And we are live. Welcome to another episode of Tuesday Night and the Trap with Mike and Manny, the podcast you didn't know you needed. And welcome back, Alicia. We haven't seen you in a few weeks. How's everything with you going?
Welcome back, Alicia.
How's school?
School phenomenal.
You sound so excited.
I am.
Is the semester almost over?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long is the break in between semesters?
I think I go back the end of January.
End of January. Well, that should be exciting. You know, nice little break. Spend some more time with Petey. What's new in your life? We missed you. What's new in your life? What's going on?
Nothing. School and my dog.
Just school. No new dating stories or anything.
Boring.
Funny story. I guess we could talk about it.
Go for it. Started. I mean,
no. Okay, it's just weird. Somebody's girlfriend viewed one of my stories yesterday on Instagram randomly. She doesn't even follow.
Oh, interesting. Somebody.
That's because you popping.
Yeah.
So they're coming out of the woodworks, huh? Claws out.
Oh, very random.
Or just lurking.
You keep cutting in and out on your microphone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. We can hear it. We're getting the gist.
We get the gist.
Well, listen, this week we have a exciting episode. We have Sly Juan, who's also joining us live from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
He's been a podcaster for some time now. A decade. And yeah, let's introduce Sly Juan here.
First things, what's the deal with the daylight saving time? Como que allá son las 10, aquí son las 10 de la noche ya.
Yeah.
Listen, we didn't realize that when we did this. Alicia was like, "Where's the leak? Where's the leak?" And she's like, "I'm like, it's early. What are you talking about?" She's like, "I'm about to go to bed."
It happens to you. Yeah.
In her eyes, I was an asshole and said 9 o'clock.
You
All day you were saying
it was such an asshole.
I was at 9 o'clock. Wait a minute, it's 10 o'clock here. This
No,
is late for podcasting.
We miss each other.
It is a little late to be podcasting.
¿Verdad? Oh, hello, friends. How are you guys?
Me llamas Manny.
Mi nombre es. Or me llamo Manny.
Tell Duolingo they said it to me wrong.
No, me llamo Manuel.
Manuel.
¿No?
Manuel Ángel Rivera Costas.
So it's as good as JGN. So anyways, we're here in the Trap tonight, and I'm super excited because we've got my cousin tuning in from Puerto Rico. We've got our old co-host that was our co-host, but then she didn't want to be a co-host, and then, she's busy schooling. And, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things tonight. So this is the first time ever I have talking points, and Mike doesn't. But we're going to start off this show with the hot seat and Juan.
Oh, we're gonna jump right into it, huh?
Am I in the hot seat?
Yeah, it's coming right now.
Okay.
So we like to ask our guests 10 questions, right?
10
He's
questions?
them down. And I've kind of changed them because they were a little graphic and inappropriate. So you're gonna be the first guest that we have with these 10 questions.
The PG questions?
Yeah, they're mostly PG.
I'm going to ask the rated R ones after.
Nice. At 11 p.m. PR and 10 p.m. Connecticut.
It's 9 p.m. here.
9
All right.
p.m.
So the first one is it's kind of PG-13, I guess.
All right.
When was the last time you achieved PNC, or a moment of clarity?
Like in
Wow. They say in español, PNC.
Después de un polvo, como
un momento de claridad.
Ajá.
Sí, porque me dijo algo ahí, yo no sé qué carajo era eso. Wow, that was like last year, I believe, during Christmas.
You haven't busted a nut since Christmas?
The last time, 1 week.
But
That's a long time working from
no,
home.
he's married. That's normal.
I got a 5-year-old.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, podcasting
Come on, cousin.
Primo, ese.
Dime, primo. Yo pensé que era como una epifanía o algo así. I got that wrong then.
Well, you had that a year ago. What was the epiphany?
Well, that wasn't the question.
Oh no, let's talk about that.
We can talk
What
about.
happened a year ago?
No, it won't happen. I won't.
You won't talk about that? Okay,
No,
fair
I
enough.
won't. I won't.
We're gonna do what they call circle back on that one.
Okay, we'll circle back. All right, who's been the biggest influence on your life?
Hablo.
That's a good one.
It is like like a person or a celebrity or whatever.
Or in general, and in your personal life, who's been a big influence to you?
On my personal life, that's a hard one. I'm gonna talk. The person that comes to my mind, and it is weird because he took his own life, but I used to admire Anthony Bourdain of the Attitude.
Yeah,
I know all the travel and the food, most of about all. And somehow he should. I got sad when he took his life. Like,
yeah.
and I I didn't know I admire him, but when I heard the news, like it shocked me, and I said, "Whoa, what the fuck is happening to me?" Like I admire this guy, and I guess I did. On a personal level, really, that's a hard one because I'm usually not.
Okay,
You could, hey, you
I
could have said your cousin.
Primo Manny in Connecticut.
I love your answer because it shows how much you're fascinated with American culture and how much you follow what's going on in America and you're in tune with that stuff. And you don't just follow it, you appreciate it, which I love because I appreciate obviously everything about Puerto Rico that you've taught me. And then you learn a lot on your own as far as America, which I think is just super cool.
Yeah, because down here we're bombarded with the American culture, like on everything. We cannot deny it that it is part of us, like the U.S. culture because of music and television, and the way we eat and the stores and everything. So it's kind of hard. You have to go out of your way to avoid it. So I could giving you an answer about a political person from here from 100 years ago, but I won't do that because I guess it's not true.
But I mean, that brings me back. I said it last week on the episode, and I was talking about you recently. And I said, I remember the night that we went to New Haven the first night.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, we're going to go to another place, and then we're going to go to another place, and then we're going to keep going. And then you said, ¿Cómo se dice de gringos? YOLO?
Ah,
And it was it's to this day one of my favorite lines. And that's how I explained to you. I said, my cousin was here. He was stranded from the storms. And he could have been boring and stood in Monroe and, did nothing. But he fucking came with the Savage in New Haven and ended up in
yeah.
Bridgeport.
But
And-
that's a good point because for me it was really I was in Bridge and not in Bridgeport, Monroe, so it was really weird for me. That place was weird in the sense that I don't see that on TV or movies or
Yeah.
that wasn't the thing that I thought the US was or even Connecticut. So when you took me down to the other place, well, I guess this is like more the culture that I'm accustomed to. So I much prefer like where you took me that where I was. So it was a culture shock. I think is the word I use.
So you prefer the action of the city and
I guess because it is way different.
He
Like
prefers
somewhere
to
is
be
right.
so let's just get right into it. Like, how did you get into podcasting? How long have you been doing it, and kind of how did you get into the
Eh,
world?
I think in 2016, my girlfriend she didn't have a job, but she was a graphic designer. So she told me I guess somehow I told her years before that I wanted to do YouTube. So I was working and she wasn't, and she told me like, let me just with the cell phone record you, do whatever you want to do on a video, and I do everything else. Like set up the YouTube account, learn how to edit the videos, the graphics, and everything. And she just started the channel and the YouTube page and Instagram, Facebook. I didn't even have a Facebook.
What was it about?
Did you just
start
like
talking
did
about?
you like pull your penis out and then just start like
No,
dancing?
that happened later.
It's over.
I was talking about each week. No, that's not the question. What were I we talking about? And I said to her, well, every week there's new movies, so I should do movie reviews because I won't run out of things to say. So we
Mm,
started doing that, and somehow I got in a movie premiere, like a Dominican movie premiere here in Puerto Rico. Yo creo que era it is called Dominicanos Dos, and there's a lot of stars from the Dominican Republic on that movie. And I was in the premiere, and I sat next to a owner of a production company, like a video production company that make commercials and closed circuit, whatever. And we were like, I was really really drunk that night because there's free drinks on the Dominican movie premieres. The Dominicans are the best in the Caribbean making, I guess, movies and everything. They dominate the scene. So usually there's a lot of food and whatever. I was really drunk and I was like jodiendo toda la noche, and the guy
mhm.
thought that, "Well, I guess this guy is pretty funny or whatever." So like 2 weeks later, or a month, whatever, he calls me and tell me, "Mira, I would like to like start doing podcasts, but I don't have anyone to do podcasts and there's no pay." But the guy wanted to learn how to do podcasts. So we didn't negotiate. Like I said, okay, vamos a hacer podcast, and we started it, and that's how I stopped doing videos with my wife or at home, and I started then doing it in a studio. And then bigger podcasts got there, and then the whole thing blew up, and the channel is really huge. There has been huge podcasting stars there, and whatever shit. So that's how it started. Then I for some reason, le caigo bien a la gente, and I have been. This is interesting because I have done lectures for some reason at schools. You said that
Lecture.
lectures? Yeah.
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 Yo voy a la escuela at schools here in Puerto Rico because everyone wants to do podcasts. Y lo primero que yo les digo, the first thing I said to the students is, I'm pretty sure that you don't know who I am, right? Y all of them know, porque I'm not famous here. I do podcasts, and that's the cool thing about it, because you don't have to be really really big to like enjoy or get things out of the podcast. Because
Right.
luckily I have done 3 movies because of podcasting,
What do you mean
and
you've done 3 movies?
yeah, I
Pornographic,
have been.
pornographic
Yeah,
movies?
because doing podcasts, I did a podcast with a movie director, and he's a metalhead, and I'm also a metalhead. So like he thought I was cool, and he called me for a first movie and a role like a student on whatever. Esta película salió hace tiempo en el cine. And then some years ago, like 1 year or 2 years ago, I did one movie in Viejo San Juan in El Teatro Tapia. I
Mhm.
was on a scene. I was a movie critic on that, and whatever. I did 3 movies, and I
You were in the
did.
movie or a movie critic?
No, I'm a person that is a movie critic on the movie, on like the actual movie,
Okay. Okay,
on the
got
shot.
it.
And una par de semanas atrás, a Puerto Rican singer called Wilkins. I guess you have heard of him or never heard of him. They're
Sure.
doing they're doing a movie about his life, and I did a drunk in a Mexican bar that got into. Estaba agarrando una tetona ahí, le estaba agarrando las tetas, y como que me prepasé con ella, and they beat me up and threw me out of the bar. So that was the scene that I did.
Wow.
Y estuvo
Qué
bien
feo.
cabrón grabarlo.
How many
I
porn?
tell you all this.
How
This
many
is not a
porno?
brag because I'm not famous. The thing that I'm telling you is that doing podcasts like open to stuff like that you wouldn't do.
Uh-huh.
So
But
all of that happens because my girlfriend at the time told me like, mira, yo te grabo y que se
What?
joda. Y yo, pues dale.
did you take any like acting classes or anything since that?
No, no, I didn't. Y esos cabrones tampoco saben. Movies here are not that demanding that like the ones in the US.
So how do they make money off them? Like, do they just sell them?
Eh,
Or
no. This is all a whole trick that the government grants you $1 million per movie. So usually the restaurant, the people are just looking for the $1 million, and then they make the movie. It works differently here.
One.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dime.
How many pornos have you done?
Oh my
No
god, you're
porn.
so immature.
Well, we haven't sold the pornos, but I have done I get some of them.
Have you ever gotten any weird requests from like podcast viewers of yours?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, well,
Este, like for some reason, the when you start doing podcast, the it's fucked up because the dudes they want to see photos of me naked and all that shit. Yeah. Some years ago there was like this person like the avatar on Instagram is a photo of a girl and always giving me like and hearts and like bien bellaga the person and and after 2 or 3 years I learned that he was a man. ¿Qué clase de mierda, brother?
you got catfish, huh?
Sí, cabrón,
Like,
So, aquí los hombres están bien locos para el carajo en esa cuestión, los
Wow.
gays. But
Wow.
I don't mind. Yo no soy gay, so I don't give a fuck.
I should be embarrassed, but I'm not.
No, don't be embarrassed. Don't worry. Tu primo no es gay.
So with your podcast, do you do you monetize it in any way? Like, do you have sponsors or anything like that?
The best way, mano, acá en Puerto Rico, here in Puerto Rico, the YouTube do not recognize the island, so Puerto Rico it doesn't. So we don't get like the algorithm to move the videos like worldwide like other places do.
Oh,
So it is kind of hard to like a channel with less than 100,000 or whatever to monetize the way on other places do. So here to start to making money, you have to open a Patreon, like a Patreon account, and then the Patreons like access that and the members, and you charge
and that's
them.
where you get to start getting the weird requests where people want to get
And
pictures of
Patreon,
you.
no, they do it on the chats on YouTube, and then you like do the stuff they want to do on Patreon.
Oh,
So
wow.
they get the membership for $5, $10, $3, whatever you want, and then you start making money and get the weird requests over there.
That's,
And it is hard for making a lot of money if you're not pretty famous or doing like
yeah.
crazy weird shit
So how do
here.
you crazy weird shit? So how do you how did you build your following? You said how many followers do you have?
Me, and not that much on my Instagram. I get 2,000 or less than that. But on the channel, I got 30,000 this week.
On
The
YouTube,
YouTube
30,000
channel,
on
yeah,
YouTube. Nice.
yeah.
How do you build
So
that following? Just by posting every week or every day, or how often do you post?
well, you have to post every day, and Mano, you have to do it with other people. Alone is harder, so you
Right.
have to like collaborate with as many people as you can, and do different videos on the channel, like not just the same way, and see whatever clicks. And after that, like you do things like in that way, that virality, and like the best thing to do is like collaborate and bring more people into the same channel, like and like, you do it like a team, because if you do it
Yeah.
alone it is harder. Y hay
And
mucha competencia,
Mhm.
mucha competencia.
and then there's a lot of things, so you cannot expect people just to see you because there's way too much content,
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
and people might see you 1 week and not the next and then come back, so you cannot expect, like you don't have to do it for the numbers because it's gonna eat you. You have to I
Absolutely.
tienes que
No,
disfrutarlo, you have to enjoy it.
That's the advice you told us when we started.
And you guys are doing good because you keep at it, and
we
I
got
guess
you.
you
We're doing great. We got you on here.
sí, y cuando vengan para acá, when you come here, we're gonna do it at the studio, and y se llevan los videos para ustedes, como que los ponen bien cabrones
Listen,
in your channel.
the first time we go to Puerto Rico, we're gonna do it with you in the studio. The
Yeah,
second
but
time, we're gonna interview Benito.
mira, you know what? You were asking me the last time we talked, I was I did videos and in the Benito first concert here, Trap Kings,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
forgot about that one. I was on the VIP area, and the only video that I did, Arcángel was in it.
Hey,
Y él estaba bien borracho. Arcángel was really, really drunk. And then somehow someone asked him about the size of his dick, and he got like, say he got mad and he got up and he tried to like pull down his pants and show the other person his dick. So they tried to hold him, and that was the only video that I was in. And then the Arcángel production like sent in an email the next day like, please don't publish that video. So it never came out. And I was like, shit, man.
that was you and
Yo,
Benito.
Oh, who did that? Who did that? ¿Quién es?
Arcángel, el rapero.
Okay. Wow.
That's
And
great. Oh, no,
Benito,
no. What about the
eh,
video? What about the video you have of Taylor Swift?
New York,
You met Taylor
Tell,
Swift?
tell that story. Tell that story.
that did happen. How you know that?
You told me drunk one night.
Yeah, we were in New York City, like this was in 2011. Wow. And I was walking, and you know the Macy's store that is right there,
Yeah.
and there was this steel like rail. I think you say that's the word. And she was promoting a perfume. And right when I was really there, like I looked to my son and Taylor Swift was like coming out into my face. Y yo dije como, diablo, cabrón, ¿qué es esto? Y este es Taylor Swift en la cara mía. Y seguí como que there was a horror of people. And then some years later, I told like people this story and they didn't believe me. So I went to YouTube and searched for it, and I found a video. And you can see me walking like a crazy person.
Oh, wow. Who have you ever interviewed anyone famous?
It's, I guess, famous here in La Islas. I have. Yo grabé con. I told you guys the candidate for governor here and some senators, and I wanted to tell you this. I did a video with DJ Blas, the creator of reggaeton.
Wow.
And on the video, he told me that like como que he tried to, porque people don't give him the credit, and he told me yo inventé el reggaetón, cabrón, como que qué sé yo, diablo, cabrón.
Yeah, but you also met Daddy Yankee on several occasions, right?
Yeah, cause sí, cabrón. Mi primo used to work with Daddy Yankee, and now they're like tan bien peleados, pero I met him and we not friends, but he do know who I am, and I help him with the release of some of the vinyl records that he has done recently. That I guess that's what was my idea, and he took it.
Wow.
No credits. Está cabrón porque everyone like tell me why didn't get money. Es como que cabrón, ¿qué le voy a decir? Yo le di una idea y cogió los chavos para él.
See, listen, I
Eso-
don't need the money. I just need you to come on the show.
No, estaría cabrón. Now people are fighting to here. Aquí hay there's a fight right now from podcaster here in Puerto Rico to who did the first Daddy Yankee interview. And I find it funny because es como, wow, cabrón, como que yo hablaba con él y nunca le dije. He asked me what the hell did I did y no le dije que grababa podcast. I got like afraid or something. Me puse nervioso cuando estaba hablando con Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, I can see that.
Y pues, me comí la mierda. You could say that.
Fucking
But
shit.
now,
Mila,
but
mierda.
now I won't see him because he's really mad at my cousin. So it won't
He's mad at
happen.
your cousin.
Yeah, because
No,
he took money from him. Like when he was on his last tour.
Yeah.
That's why he divorced his wife and all that shit. Yeah, I don't know the details, but I know they're not friends anymore.
Wow. That's pretty big. That's a big story.
Yeah, because
And-
my cousin was in jail. The thing is that my cousin was in jail, and he was in jail and he was making money from the Daddy Yankee tour. So then Yankee asked, "Why are we paying him?
Right.
What did he did?" And yeah, como que pues cabrón, me pagaste, ¿qué vas a hacer ahora? And you know, eso fue la noticia aquí. That was everywhere here. So
Wow. I didn't know. I knew he was going through a divorce and they were fighting over money, but I didn't,
yeah,
who else was involved.
because Yankee No, he didn't mention any money or accounts or anything. All did it was his wife, the person that did that. And someday he came. Where's like quería ver the how you say this la
Say,
accounts, the
say it
accounts and all
again.
that.
Yeah, it will translate.
Y se jodió la cosa. Like
Wow.
descubrió. He discovered that he was they were living off Daddy Yankee.
Wow. That's
Sí,
crazy.
Imagínate tener tanto y te das cuenta que están robando.
que te están robando. No, y my cousin got off of this because he d- for some reason he sent the invoice and they pay him, so it's not his problem. But
Right.
Yankee said, invoice for what, motherfucker? Como que, ¿por qué me estás cobrando?
Right. What you do? What the hell did you do? What...
Le robó lo.
Está cabrón.
That's rich people's problem.
Rich people problem, first world problems. You got any? So you gonna finish the 21, or what are we doing here?
the hot seat. Yeah. What's your biggest regret?
Cabrón, not studying. I study for teaching, but I should have done. Yo no sé decir eso en inglés.
Dímelo.
Like
Communicate.
TV stuff, like
Tenemos a Alicia aquí.
lo que dan en Sagrado Corazón, eso que te graban en medios o mierda, whatever. I
Ah,
should have studied working at TV or some shit like that, or cameras or something. I
Like,
would have been way better at life.
tú sabes que yo tengo mi vecino, la nieta de él, ella hace películas. Ella no sé, ella es famosa, pero no. Y ella ha hecho videos para Benito, y hizo unos recién de Recao, unos short films.
Ajá, ajá.
Pero ella fue a Sagrado.
En Sagrado se estudia eso.
Sí.
People here make money doing videos and commercials, and o sea, tú puedes, pero tienes que empezar. You have to start way younger
Sí.
yeah.
to like make it, because
Dame
people
la gasolina.
you could live of the arts here if you want to.
Listen, how's the island been now that the Benito concert isn't going on? Is there people still out, or is it more quiet, or what?
Boring.
Supuestamente están diciendo que regresa en diciembre.
Él va a volver supuestamente. He's coming back in December, I guess.
Yeah.
For what?
En diciembre y enero. Yeah.
Oh, is he going to San Sebastian or something?
That's January.
He might concert during Christmas weekend.
Really?
En la Navidad. Yeah, like a weekend, I guess.
I love how he controls the island and he gets you guys in a frenzy by saying, I might do something this, and you guys are all like,
No, because they really pop up.
no, I know, but like these two, they always know. When we were going to the concert, I'm like, all right, let me call Alicia, see what the streets are talking. Let me call Juan, let me see what the streets are talking. Juan's like, Mira, I see it from where I work. It is crazy. You gotta go to the festival. They're saying Don Omar. They're saying Mark Anthony. They're saying this. I love it. He has you guys fucking wrapped around his little pinky.
No, rightfully so. Why not? He's the biggest star in the world right now.
He's the biggest star here. Like, la persona más importante, I guess. Either if you like him or not. It's like a
Yeah.
phenom.
Absolutely.
But he's going to the Super Bowl, and people out there are
No, we're
mad at
excited.
it.
It's the Magabichos that
Los Magabichos.
Magabichos. They're so mad at, that the Super Bowl halftime show is gonna be in Spanish, blah blah blah. But whatever.
But it is a show. It's not the Super Bowl. It's a halftime show.
It's a show, and the NFL just is trying to make more money, get more fans. Make
Crossover money.
make football bigger in different countries and in Latin America and Puerto Rico. So it makes sense for the NFL.
It does. And Benito's not the only like artist. The US consumes a lot of Korean K-pop,
Yeah,
and that's not in English. And
No.
it is bigger because there's more K-pop artists than Spanish speaking artists in the US. So es
Can I
bien
ask
raro.
Yeah, could I ask you something, Juan? How did you get it? You described yourself as a metalhead. How
Yeah.
does a guy from Puerto Rico get into hard rock, heavy metal
Hard.
music?
Hard.
How did that happen?
Porque that's metal is way bigger in Latin America than in the US. The US is well, I got into it because of MTV, I guess, and then my friends at school, because there's a lot of metalheads here on
Really?
the island. But yeah, but Latin Americans are like way into it, more into it than US citizens, like US Americans.
Really? So you're doing the whole head banging and everything and mosh pits and all that?
Yeah, usually I'm traveling 2 or 3 times to the year to Estados Unidos a ver metal shows to see.
Wow.
I'm going one to see a German band in April and a Canadian band in August. And I
Oh,
saw 2 months ago a New York band in Orlando.
He comes here, and I'm like, "Oh, you're coming here. I'm gonna come see you." And he goes, "Nah, it's not that type of trip. I'll be like with her, and maybe we'll take the kids to somewhere, but that's it. I'm not gonna see you, brother. Sorry."
Pero we listen to I guess I listen to a lot of different music because a mí me gusta la salsa con cojones y el
yeah.
reggaetón. I guess el reggaetón de Bad Bunny, Raúl Alejandro, ese not the gangsta, like the gangsta version here. I don't like that one.
El trap, el trap.
El trap, I guess, pero John Chim y todos esos cabrones bien jóvenes no me gustan tanto.
I think
El,
that's like us out here. Like the new rap music, we don't really like it. It's like we like the older rap artists and whatnot because it's what we grew up on.
I guess, see, okay, I guess we're getting old, but I don't like the newer artists.
So
Yeah.
so tell me, Juan, and then Alicia can answer how I remember talking to you last year and you saying, cousin, the whole West Coast is Americans. Rincon, you can go the whole day
Rican.
without
El
hearing
Rincón.
any Spanish. Right? Is that still the case? Has it changed? Like what's going on with that?
No, now you got more areas like that. Yeah, like Dorado is you don't need to speak Spanish there.
Ujú.
And Dorado that's like there's a law here that if you are almost a billionaire, you don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Like no taxes. So a lot of millionaires and billionaires are in Dorado.
Yeah.
There's the famous one is the
Like
YouTuber
Logan Paul is here.
Logan Paul está aquí, el
Logan Paul,
hermano.
el hermano.
What about the guy that collects the jerseys that he's supposed to
That
be like?
one, yeah, he bought tiendas Me Salvé. ¿Tú has visto las tiendas Me Salvé, verdad?
Sí, sí.
Esa las compró un gringo. The American bought those like for entertainment, to have a business here. Ese cabrón, el de Netflix show.
Yeah, he was on the show with the guy who buys all the sports memorabilia.
Yeah, yeah. Y Logan Paul is on one episode.
Yeah, he is. Hey,
With
what, he
the
did, like Pokemon cards or something?
I thought he was-
las
I thought
cartas
they were-
Pokemon.
I thought they were selling their mansion in Puerto Rico. One of
He
the
sold
brothers.
his mansion and bought a more expensive one.
Ujú.
Wow.
32 millions. He bought a house for 32 millions.
Yeah, there's a lot of tax incentives for expats to move out to
No,
PR. That's why they love.
there's no tax. No tax. That's the crazy thing.
And then the other thing is all the people that work from home. Why wouldn't you want to be in the Caribbean and going to the beach 2 times a day, like Petey and Alicia?
Pero the last 10 years, if you go to Costco here next to my house, there's always Americans there speaking in English. Like, and that didn't happen 10 years ago. If you go to the mall, you'll see there. If you go to la panadería, you might see a gringo, but it's not a gringo because it's been here 10 years. And you're starting to see it everywhere. That's
So
like
so
the
you
whole Bad Bunny videos and all he does is about that.
so once somebody's been there 10 years, you guys don't consider them a gringo anymore?
The gringo don't consider himself a gringo. Some of them. You might have the gringo, like a regular gringo que cree que nosotros somos una mierda, pero it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you, but why do so many Puerto Ricans on the island hate it?
Because they're raising the prices of the home and the Airbnb rentals, and en donde vive ella, en Santurce, los precios son bien altos y no deberían serlo.
I mean, but that's the problem here, right? Like we're right next to New
Yeah,
York.
yeah.
New Yorkers are driving us out of our homes, and
Really?
we speak the same. Oh my God, are you kidding me? In Milford, houses that were 400,000 are now 800,000. Double.
And it's the same house, like no renovation.
Es diferente aquí. It's different here because it used to be so cheap to live here.
Era
Compared,
bien barato.
sí, era bien barato y ahora no. Ahora es como
I
los
think you guys got to remember that that's every island. Jamaica was cheap, and Aruba was
Yeah.
cheap.
But
And-
Jamaica doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like all these islands, I mean, what do you expect when you have a beautiful island on the water?
Yeah, but I don't mind about the gringos here.
It's gonna come.
Well, they put the law of no taxes because this is a poor country and you need rich people.
But there's
So-
worse countries too, though.
Yeah. But I guess the prices has gone up, many here, and it is crazy.
Cost of living too, or just houses
Whoa,
or
the cost of living has gone way up, and
trees and all that stuff jumping
yeah,
up.
and people, we don't make like the salaries here.
not-
They do not match the ones on the U.S. soil. They like none of them. So you gotta,
No, I was gonna say. So, what do you do for a living? Like, because you mentioned that podcasting is more just for fun.
yeah. Well, I work I do in DDS. There's Disability Determination Service. Like the
Okay.
people that, for the Social Security,
For the
I work there.
government job.
For the U.S. government, the federal government. So right now I'm
And
working
you guys
with
are
no
shut down
pay,
right now.
and it sucks.
¿No te están pagando?
No me están pagando esos cabrones.
Wow.
Y estoy trabajando.
¿Estás trabajando
So people
todo
on
el
the
día?
island are feeling the effects of the government
¿Tú sabes qué
shutdown.
hicieron? You know what they did here? There's no water in the building for drink, to drink water. They took that off.
¿Qué?
See, because for some reason, the contract for that cannot proceed, so they took like yo no sé cómo se dice en inglés, la máquina de agua.
Sí.
They took it. The Americans, they're, cabrón, están locos para el carajo. So they took
But that's the shit that we deal with in corporate America every day. They
They don't
got
take water. They don't take
no
our
water.
water.
The US, los federales, like the US workers, they don't have any water to drink. Y está cabrón. I work from home now till the government opens, but it is I did on Monday, yesterday, I was signing some stuff, so I needed to be in the office. So cuando fui a buscar agua, cabrón, como que, ¿qué carajo pasó aquí? Que, no hay agua, que sí, que ya, puñeta, clase de mierda.
But in your house, everything is fine as far as
En
running.
casa, well, you know how it is home
No,
office work is.
saying that the contract, like the water machines,
Yeah.
water machines out of the building, so they don't have any drinking water.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
But that's something like the Americans do, because here, aquí no
Aquí no se hace eso.
Aquí no se hace eso.
No,
Exacto.
no.
So after Bad Bunny was at the Coliseum, the NBA came, right?
The Orlando Magic and the Miami Heat, and it sold out in less than half a day. So I couldn't get tickets.
I thought it was a couple games.
Hmm?
It was just one game.
Just one preseason game, the first preseason game of Miami Heat.
But that's pretty cool, though, right?
Apparently, Daddy Yankee signed a contract or something with the NBA to do something here.
Oh, really?
Supuestamente que Daddy Yankee hizo algo con él.
Well, the Puerto Rican League is pretty big out there too, right? You guys have a professional basketball league out there.
El
Shout out-
PCN.
Games are awesome. Los juegos son bien brutales.
And we got NBA players here, like old NBA players.
Yeah, I saw DeMarcus Cousins. He got into
Yeah.
something with the fans or something.
Iba a pelear en Bayamón.
Yeah, Bayamón.
Iba a pelear con un fanático.
Yo
I'll
soy
be,
de
I'll be the
Tejero.
English. I'll be
Pero es
the English.
cangrejera, no, sí, vive en Santurce. Ese es de Bad Bunny.
Sí.
I'll be the
Estaba ahí,
English.
el día que yo fui, él estaba ahí.
Lo puedes ver, exacto, lo viste.
Sí. Sí.
You guys are complaining about the Americans, but the Americans are bringing the NBA.
Yeah,
And
but
you guys eat it up. You guys, listen, Bad Bunny bought the WWE to you guys, and you guys ate it up.
I went to that show and estaba bien cabrón.
You love it. You love
And
it.
I love how everything is exciting. Is like, eso está cabrón.
What companies are now most present in Puerto Rico? Because I know that CBS left, right?
Yeah, CVS left because they changed their motto. Like they want to do like a drugstore only. Y más o menos acá era como un colmado, like how you say, a bodega, a big bodega,
Yeah, like a market.
like a market here. And so they changed their philosophy. So that's why they. But the biggest company here is, for some reason, is Walmart. Walmart is the biggest employer on the island. Y es
Wow.
las tiendas más cabronas. Y next year we're gonna get Amazon. ¿Tuviste el edificio en Dorado?
No lo he visto.
Está grande con cojones, es una cosa increíble para
A
nosotros.
big warehouse. They're doing a big distribution warehouse out there.
Yeah, I guess it might be small for some states, but they did like a huge warehouse.
No,
And they're gonna, Jeff Bezos, they're gonna do here like the testing for the drones and all the AI vehicles to deliver because of our terrain. They're gonna like implement all those stuff here and
Porque
then do it.
los boquetes de aquí. Quieren usar los boquetes de aquí.
Van a usar, exacto, y no, y trepar para la montaña para entregar miel de naranjito y como que para el carajo para allá. They're gonna do it.
I remember when you were here in the storms and you were saying that Tesla was a big influence in Puerto Rico, that they were doing the hot air balloons that were giving electricity, right?
Yeah, and they almost every home now que
Has-
tiene placas solares has a Tesla,
sí.
the battery. Like all those motherfuckers come here. Like Elon Musk viene acá y el otro Bezos, all of them do business here because
yeah,
it's
because
like
they want to take advantage of the no tax.
no tax, and they do experiments like the micro whatever shit they want to do, and then they implement it in the US because they started doing the 5G, the internet for the cell phones that started here.
Wow.
Because we get cancer first.
Right. Pusieron todas esas
Eh,
cosas por ahí.
Nos metieron cáncer y después lo llevan allá afuera.
We were surprised when we were there last month or 2 months ago with all the cyber trucks that we saw.
Cabrón, ¿verdad? That's the ugliest pickup truck you could ever.
They're so ugly, and they're too big for the damn like streets and PR. You know, they got
Yeah,
some-
y eso lo compran esos cabrones para frontear.
Ah, sí.
The people that buy that is to show that they got money because that
Sure.
car is una mierda, cabrón. I think many like loves those trucks.
No.
You don't?
Today was election day here in the States for the local, municipalities. I sent you an article last week saying that the governor was corrupt, and you said, yeah, that's the way it is, and it's
Sí,
not.
Jennifer Gonzalez.
So
It is. Uh-huh.
tell me more, because I don't understand that. I thought you guys got rid of the bad governor who was taking all the money during COVID, and then you guys got another one.
They elect a governor from the same political party.
Really?
Like, twice they have done that. There's a system.
in Puerto Rico.
Do you guys have Democrats and Republicans like we do?
No, we don't. We got wow, it is weird because the political parties here are divided of the status of the island. Like there's a party that wants to be independent, there's one that wants to stay like the way we are, and there's one that wants to be
state.
a state. Yeah. And usually the one that wins is the PNP, the people that want to be a state, because they say to the people that the welfare and all those social programs that the EU have, they're the ones that bring it here. That's a lie, but people buy it, and they always like voting for this. Because people here are afraid to lose the, ¿cómo you say, los cupones allá?
Food stamps.
Food stamp and all that.
Yeah,
Our
all that.
population depends a lot on food stamp and That's stamp, the other one, right?
Food stamps. Food stamps.
Y Plan 8. You got that over there? That
Puro médico. No, el Section 8, Section 8.
Section 8 is called in here. Yeah.
So that
We
helps
got,
with like housing. It like subsidizes a person's
yeah.
live.
La vivienda, y la vivienda, ¿verdad? El
La
plan.
vivienda, el plan médico, toda esa mierda.
So what would be the benefit of Puerto Rico becoming a state? Like, why do some people want to become a state and other people don't want to become? What's the intricacies of that?
It is hard because
He said he didn't want to talk about politics.
yeah. But I could talk about it. It is hard because no one knows till we become a state or we don't. The thing that if we become a state, we get the seats at the Senate,
Right.
but that don't matter because how much power does Hawaii has on U.S. politics?
None.
Right.
No, or Alaska. So that's like a far-fetched. Far-fetched is the word. Like eso no tiene.
It's like a dream. It doesn't really have much. Much
No,
weight.
it is impossible to happen because then we have to pay federal taxes and the Puerto Rico is bien pobre. This is a poor country, so it doesn't work like that. If we get independence, the theory is that we will be allowed to negotiate directly to other countries, so we don't have to pay U.S. taxes for the cars or whatever we buy or the food. So everything we buy, we have
You
to.
get around the Jones Act.
Yeah. You know your shit then.
I know a little
So-
bit. I pay attention to a little bit about everything.
Yeah, but es tricky porque it is tricky because if we get independence, the U.S. won't be our friend. And usually, Caribbean islands that are not friends with the U.S. tend to be like on a bad place. Like
Mm.
so, como que tampoco brega. So I guess it doesn't. No quiero decir que es una mierda, pero.
What's let's kind of switch gears here, get back to the podcasting game. Like, what's the biggest podcast in NPR?
El más grande, el de Chente y Molusco.
El Molusco.
Chente y Molusco, I guess, is the biggest one.
Sí, pero a mí me gusta mejor Chente.
Chente, yo grabé con
Sí.
Chente, diablo, hace años, y grabé una película con Molusco en una escena.
Yo tengo una foto con Chente. Fíjate, el día
Con
de
Chente.
concierto de Benito, él estaba afuera y me cogí una foto con él.
Ah, mira, él es súper cool ese cabrón.
Sí.
After tonight, it's going to be Mike and Manny in the Trap with guest Sly Juan and featuring Alicia.
Oh, okay. Why you are not a part of the podcast anymore?
Yo,
Sí.
es que yo no quería ser parte del podcast. I never said I didn't want to be a part of it.
Primo Manny took you out. You don't want her in the podcast?
Sí, it is. That's what it
Listen, these women, I don't know. They have commitment issues. They can show up one Tuesday, they can't show up another Tuesday. This one's at school, the other one's in the army. You know, there's a lot of things going on.
Fue un día que yo le dije esta mañana, yo como que no voy a hacer el show esta noche. Está bien, pero
Yo siempre.
eso causó algo que yo ni sé. No
Pero
sé.
I usually like when this happen because this happened in a lot of podcasts. No te preocupes. And I usually ask like, are they paying you? So if they're not, like, faltar un día no don't matter.
No one's getting paid.
Era una excusa, ¿sabes? Razonable que yo tenía que estudiar para el examen el próximo día. Pero,
¿Tú estás estudiando acá?
sí, en la UP.
En la UP es más barato, ¿verdad? Que allá afuera.
Sí.
Puerto Rico está cabrón.
Dale, en English, dímelo, Mary. Mary, you're drinking?
We're drinking a little bit.
Nice.
I said I wasn't going to drink tonight.
Yeah, but you see how small my cup is.
3 drinks
it's a
later.
little bit. It's a little bit.
Yeah, when I went drinking with you guys, the last time that I was with you, estaba fuerte, bien cabrón. Ustedes
Sí,
beben.
No, se
Every
puede.
time, baby. Every time.
Especially Mike, como que estaba cabrón. You were drinking coffee at 2 a.m., cabrón, like a coffee drink.
I need to
He
wake
was
up.
drinking the espresso martinis.
Yeah, that's
Espresso martini.
Fue un fin de semana con ellos. Yo necesito una semana completa para recuperar.
estos dos cabrones, tacho.
I understood that.
Sí, yo estaba, I was impressed with them.
We go hard.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, we go hard.
Done.
He
What
said that
happened?
he's been out 6 times.
No.
I want to talk about something very American, and I wanted to talk about this for the next show, regardless of whatever it was. So I'm at my son's game on Thursday. It was during a rainstorm, and they're getting beat 36-0.
Yeah.
So his team tackles the other guy, and they start showboating. Like they're like, "Rah, rah." And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, they're getting beat 36-0. So now I'm watching the Miami Dolphins the other night, and they're getting beat in a similar way. And they make one catch, and the guys start showboating like they're winning, and they're losing. And I'm like, that's where the kids get it from.
You gotta get excited about something. I don't know.
Well, it is still a game, Manny.
Yeah, but I like when you're about business and you're poised and you look at the fucking score and you go, I'm losing. Let's win this game. Nah,
But
I made one tackle or one score.
was it a good tackle?
Yeah, was it a good play?
It was 27 tackles late. Wasn't a good tackle.
You know what's gonna happen now? We're gonna get random requests from Juan's friends with the pictures.
Oh,
No, that's not the part they want to see.
What did your wife say about that stuff?
I'm not sure she knows that I did that
you know,
on the Patreon.
Mike posted the video of our conversation. I was like, no, you can't post that.
But it doesn't matter because usually when you do podcast, you're like a character, I guess, not you completely. Like you not faking it, but
Yeah, there's an
When-
image out there.
yeah, you develop like it is you, but somehow it's not you. Like it's you on volume 10. Like so, I guess honestly my wife doesn't care. That's the answer.
Alicia, we did the famous call with Juan, right? And we're like, hey, what's off limits, right? He immediately he's like, politics, right?
No politics.
No politics, right? So then we're just talking and we're laughing, and all of a sudden he's like, when you guys get real famous, they're gonna ask you for stuff. And we're like, stuff. And he's like, like pictures of your body and other stuff. And then so we're like laughing and we're like, just talking, and Mike goes, did you do it? And Juan goes, yeah, I should be a thing, but I'm not.
But
I'll send you the snippet. I'll send you both the snippet because it's hysterical. I love that snippet. And then Juan, you let me know if it's okay to post that snippet after you see
no,
it.
you can do it. Don't worry.
I love it.
Juan, when are you coming here again? Not for a concert.
Mira, I wanted to go to Connecticut in this fall, but I couldn't. So I guess next year I might try to take my child to the things that you do there, like on the Funkins and the mazes and whatever shit that.
Oh, the corn maze and all that. All the
See,
trail rides and all
that because we don't get that down here. Hace
So-
calor, bien cabrón. ¿Por qué lo vamos a hacer?
Ana?
Maybe by next fall we'll be big enough podcasters that we can send for you and you can bring the Nino. I tried to get Alicia here last week for Halloween and she didn't want to attend.
What was everybody for Halloween? Did anyone dress up?
No, yo no.
No, boring.
Did you dress up?
No, of course not. I'm freaking old.
I was a tired car salesman. I showed up to a party late and left early.
Ese era el party que estaba el tipo cantando Benito, algo así era.
Oh, he's talking about the at Moby's.
Oh,
That was a Wednesday night though. That was a different night. That wasn't on Halloween.
That was Wednesday night before Halloween.
That was Dora and
Dora the Explorer. That was great.
yeah.
Dora the Explorer. Yeah.
They were gringos from Yale, and they showed up as Dora and Swiper, and then they request to sing Benito. I love it.
I like the description, gringos from jail. I understood that.
Oh, it was good.
Bueno, mira, it was
But
fun.
how does Connecticut has like their own podcasting stars and like Connecticut podcast or the US is like
Not based in Connecticut that I know of. I mean, there's people in New
Mike
York,
and Manny.
LA, and whatnot, but In the Trap is the biggest podcast in Connecticut right now.
In our eyes. I mean, we're so close to New York that we're feeding off of the energy of the big rappers, Joe and Jada. You've got the Breakfast Club, and then you've got
Brilliant Idiots. Shout out to them. They're actually the first podcast that I actually started listening to faithfully.
but there are smaller podcasts like not that huge like
There's a ton out there that I just see from like Instagram reels that I'll see. That's how I'll find out about them. But none that I really follow on a regular basis. But maybe we can link up with some of them.
it is that usually the US is like the same podcast on every state. Like, no como aquí que tenemos los de nosotros y después están los de afuera.
Mm.
Diferente.
See, the culture is different.
Mhm.
We've got all of November planned, and we're working on December. And we've been working an angle on the political avenue. So now that election day is over, we're hoping to get those individuals because we've got some good inside sources, and we think it's going to be good.
But political podcasts they tend to do better than other.
Yeah. Well, that's why I keep trying to get married. You stop asking about dick pics and all that stuff. He's got it.
No. But the politics do dick pics too.
We know.
I usually stay off those. I used to do them, but now I work and I've seen that they fire people and all that. Yo como que no, cabrón. En verdad que no.
All right, I'm gonna finish. We got 3 minutes left. I'm gonna finish the hot seat questions. You ready, Juan?
Okay.
If you can snap your fingers and be in a new career, what would you be?
And on a new career, I will be that's a good one. I not sure. A writer? I guess that's a boring. See, I could work from home. It is boring, I guess. No sabría qué decirte.
What's a goal that you're currently working towards?
There's no goals, man. I don't have any goals.
No goals?
I want to survive. No tengo meta. I know no job goals.
Tomorrow. What's the most pivotal moment in your life?
For good or bad, I broke my knee on 20 hace 20 años atrás.
Wow.
And I changed my whole life. And in a lot of reasons, I changed the thing that I was studying and the people that I hang out with, and it changed my life. I that's what I could say.
I like it. What's your biggest regret in life?
Not studying, working on the.
Who's your favorite in the trap host?
My favorite, the one that Mike is gonna put me saying that I do photos for $50 naked.
Dead or alive, who's one person you would love to have dinner with?
Esa buena. Con Mia Khalifa, I guess.
Mia Khalifa.
Le pregunto de.
You are being
What hold on, wait. I got the wrong one. Oops, can't ask those questions. What's your proudest accomplishment?
Wow. I never thought of that.
You're supposed to say your son.
Well, my son is a work in progress. Mira, el podcast que hice con Juan Dalmau, I guess, when I ended that podcast, people were clapping, and I guess that I was proud of that because they were doing a documentary also. So there was like more than 10 cameras, and I was proud of it.
I like that. I like that. Real quick, would you ever go to a swinger party?
No.
When's the last time you sent a nude?
Look at him squirming.
I will say it's been a while.
Do you still think about your ex-girlfriend?
Oh my God.
Well, I guess I do, but but not in that way that I miss her. But they're there, so I won't forget them.
Alicia was surprised about that answer.
What's your favorite sexual position?
Oh my God.
Reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirls, my man.
Make sure you follow at Sly Juan Reviews. Your podcast is on Mondays, right?
Yeah, on Mondays, and there's another one, like a metal podcast on Wednesday.
What's your heavy metal podcast? Name?
Power Rock is called.
Power Rock. So look out for Power Rock, the Power Rock podcast with Sly Juan.
If you find it, because there's no audience for that shit in Puerto Rico. Entonces, poca lo ve casi nadie.
Audience here in Connecticut.
Listen,
we know the
heavy metal. Power Rock is the podcast to look out for.
They're gonna be impressed. But guys, I'm I guess proud that you're doing this shit. Y más con Manny, primo, because I guess you're my only family that's doing this. And I'm pumped for it. Because usually my family here, they do not care about me doing podcasts.
I love it.
No, thank you for all the information you've given us, the little tips and tricks and advice that you've given us. We really appreciate it, and we've really taken it into consideration and taken it to heart. And just, we're just trying to get a little better every week.
Yeah, you should. Después les digo, to do the reels and all that, there's stuff that cut it for you, so it's easier.
Yep. Yeah, no, we'll definitely keep talking and getting better, and we appreciate your time,
and we'll see you next year in Puerto Rico so we can do it live in the studio.
Tell me with time to reserve the studio, to set it up and to get a técnico para que corra los controles y todo.
Absolutely.
I'm not famous, but the studio is pretty nice. I hope you guys like
that experience. So
you are famous in my corazón.
No, qué lindo.
Alicia, good to see you, Alicia.
Yeah.
Hey,
Alicia,
she's gonna be here next week also. I hope so.
Next week we have my tattoo artist.
Next week, I think it's just me and Manny, right?
No,
ellos me votaron sin decirme, ellos me votaron así.
Te sacaron, ¿verdad? Ese es Manny.
Ya, pero está bien.
It depends on the episode.
So, Juan, have you ever saw the TV show Hot Ones, where they have the hot wings and the guy asks you what?
Yeah.
We're doing that next week, but with tattoos.
You gonna get a tattoo?
We're getting
tattooed live next week, Alicia, so I don't think you want to be a part of that one.
Mike, you're getting a tattoo?
And guess what our tattoos are?
Why not?
No, please don't do it in the trap tattoo.
No, we're getting them. We're getting them on our legs, I think. But they're a tribute to Puerto Rico. Our trip to Puerto Rico.
Muy cabrón. The last one you did?
Yeah.
Qué bueno.
Sí.
Me gusta que les guste la isla.
Mira, me gustaría ir a conocerte en persona y hablar de eso.
¿Perdón?
Que me gustaría ir al estudio tuyo y hablar
Ah, sí, por DM, dile a Manny que me diga y yo te invito
Dale.
Yeah,
para
she's
que lo
looking
vea.
for work. She's looking to do something to stay busy, but she won't overcommit. She'll under. Te quiero mucho, Alicia. Te quiero mucho each and every Tuesday, 9 p.m. in the trap with Mike and Manny.
Hey guys, listen, we may be toxic.
But our hearts are in the right spot.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Juan. Thank you, Alicia. We will chat soon with both of you.
No se quiten.
What's that?
I don't know how to say that in English.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, but keep going. Keep
Don't
going.
give up. No, we will.
Listen, I want to make it to the point where people are asking me for dick pics.
But don't get mad. Who asked for it?
It may not be the one who wants to ask you for it.
You might not like it.
Puerto
Guys,
In
it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to bed.
the trap, está cabrón.
Es tarde, cabrón.
Sí, demasiado ya.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next Tuesday in the trap.
Bye.
Ay, cabrón.